Now, this is the 10th lecture of paper number EL 5504, Unit 4, Noise. Unit 4, Noise. In the last lecture, we already discussed about the short noise, transit time noise, internal noise, thermal agitation noise, industrial noise, and the solar noise, cosmic noise. We discuss about this, that means we just define this, what is the thermal noise, what is cosmic noise, what is solar noise, like this. You must remember there are different types of noise, which is solar noise, which is thermal noise, like this. Then we are discussing about the resistance noise generated. We calculate the sum. Then we are discussing about the short noise and transit time noise. Now we are discussing about the noise figure. Noise figure. What is noise figure? Before we discuss about this, we already discussed about the short noise, transit time noise, as well as noise calculation. That means addition of noise due to the several source, and we also calculate one example in this calculation of the noise. Addition of noise due to the several amplifiers in cascade, that we already discussed in the last 9th lecture. This is 10th lecture, we are discussing about the noise figure. Before we define the noise figure, we first of all see signal to noise ratio. Signal to noise ratio. What is this? The calculation of the equivalent noise resistance of an amplifier or receiver or device may have one of the two purpose, or sometimes both, one and two, both. The first purpose is comparison of two kinds of equipment in evaluating their performance. The first purpose is comparison of two kinds of equipment in evaluating their performance. The second is comparison of noise and signal at the same point. Comparison of noise and signal at the same point to ensure that the noise is not excessive. To ensure that the noise is not excessive. In the second instant, and also when equivalent noise resistance is difficult to obtain, the signal to noise ratio is very often used. It is defined as the ratio of the signal power to the noise power. So what is signal to noise ratio? It is the ratio of signal power to noise power. That means S upon N is equal to XS signal upon XN noise. That is equal to signal power, noise power. Ratio of the signal power, noise power. It is equal to Vs square upon R divided by Vn square upon R. That means signal voltage square upon R, noise voltage square upon R, and this is equal to Vs square upon Vn square, and that is equal to Vs upon Vn whole raised to square, where S is equal to signal power and N is equal to noise power. That means S indicate signal and N indicate noise. This equation, this is your equation 2.9. We are using the same number as given in the textbook. This equation 2.9 is a simplification that applies whenever the resistance across which the noise is developed is the same as the resistance across which signal is developed. I repeat, this equation is a simplification that applies whenever the resistance across which the noise is developed is the same as the resistance across which signal is developed, and this is almost invariable. An effort is naturally made to keep the signal to noise ratio as high as practicable under a given set of conditions. It is as high as available given condition. Now the second one is definition of noise figure. How to define the noise figure? Definition of noise figure. For comparison of receiver or amplifiers working at different impedance levels, the use of the equivalent noise resistance is misleading. For example, it is hard to determine at a glance whether a receiver with an input impedance of 50 ohm, I repeat, receiver with a input impedance 50 ohm and R equivalent resistance, it is equal to 90 ohm, is better from the point of view of noise than another receiver whose input impedance is equal to 300 ohm and R equivalent is equal to 400 ohm. I give here one example. For example, I repeat, it is hard to determine at a glance whether a receiver with an input impedance of 50 ohm and equivalent resistance 90 ohm is better from the point of view of noise than another receiver whose input impedance is 300 ohm and equivalent resistance is equal to 400 ohm. As a matter of fact, that the second receiver is the better one, as will be seen. Instead of equivalent noise resistance, a quantity known as noise figure, sometimes known as noise factor, is defined and used. It is used. The noise figure F, the symbol of the noise figure, it is equal to F, and this symbol is defined as the ratio of the signal to noise power, ratio of signal to noise power supplies to the input terminal of a receiver or amplifier to the signal to noise power supplied to the output, or we can say load resistor. Hence we can say that noise figure F is equal to input signal to noise divided by output signal to noise. I repeat, noise figure F is defined as F is equal to input signal to noise ratio divided by output signal to noise ratio, and this is our equation 2.10 according to our textbook. It can be seen immediately that a practical receiver will generate some noise and the signal to noise will deteriorate as one moves towards the output. Consequently, in a practical receiver, the output signal to noise will be lower than the input value, and so the noise figure will exceed 1. Output is exceed 1. However, the noise figure will be 1 for an ideal receiver which introduces no noise of its own. Hence, we have the alternative definition of noise figure, which states that F is equal to the signal to noise of an ideal system divided by signal to noise at the output of the signal to noise at the output of, I repeat, signal to noise of ideal system divided by signal to noise at the output of the receiver or amplifier under test, both the working at the same temperature over the same bandwidth, same temperature, same bandwidth, and fed from the same source, again same source. In addition, both must be linear. Both must be linear. The noise figure may be expressed as an actual ratio or in decibel. So this is also expressed in dB also, decibel also. The noise figure of practical receiver can be kept to below a couple of decibel up to frequency in the lower gigahertz range by a suitable choice of the first transistor combined with the proper circuit design and low noise resistor. At frequency higher than that, equally low noise figure may be achieved by device which use the transit time effect or are relatively independent of it. I repeat, at frequency higher than that, equally low noise figure may be achieved by device which use the transit time effect or are relatively independent of it. Now we discuss about the calculation of noise figure. how to calculate the noise figure. That I think that we will discuss about in the next lecture. That means lecture number 11. Thank you.